Hey, hey, it is Sunday night. So you know what that means. It's time for Learning with Lynn. So I'm Lynn Huber.
And I'm Richard.
And this is Richard. I want to thank you for being out here today. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so we know you were here. So, hey, so it's Sunday night. Let me move a couple of things around here and bring my screen up. Okay, so now you're seeing my screen. And today we are going to talk about be confident in your Avon business and always ask for the sale. So before we get started, this is my blog, onlinebeautybiz.com. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. So this is my blog, onlinebeautybiz.com. This is where I have all of the training for my team as well as any representative who needs training or needs help. Right here at the top, there's a link that says Getting Started. And so if you were to click on that, if you're new, you might want to work through that. That tells you everything about how do you get paid? How do you find an order in your online store? All of that. So it's all there. Hi, Karen. Hi, Anitra. Good to see you. So, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you can sign up here on the right-hand side to receive our newsletter. This is basically 3 times a week, sometimes a little more if we have something special going on. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, usually Monday and Wednesday, I have new trainings, and Friday is usually an update about what's, what Facebook Lives we have or trainings or whatever. So if you fill this out, you'll get on my email list, and also you'll get some of my best recruiting flyers and labels and stuff. And then right underneath that is a search. And if you ever need to know how to do something, you can just literally type it in there and search. Or below that is categories. So like Facebook parties, follow-up, fundraising, how-tos, leadership, whatever you want help with. Now, this is on a computer. Obviously, if you're on a phone, you're only going to see this left side right here. And the right-hand side will be at the bottom. So you just scroll through. I think there's like 6 or 7 posts on the main page, and then you'll find that right-hand stuff. You'll find it on the bottom under that if you're on a phone. So today we are going to go to this one right here. Be confident in your Avon business and always ask for the sale. So before we get into that too much, though, we have to go through our daily 8. And I know that those of you that are on are already doing the daily 8 pretty much. But, there might be more people that either are watching the replay. Hi, Erin. Good to see you. That maybe don't know about it. But so this is our training that we offer to help you to develop habits in your business and to do that income producing activities. And so it's actually really simple to grow your Avon business. I mean, there's only 4 steps, right? Number 1, prospect for new customers and recruits. You always need to be prospecting because it's always in the new, and you start off with the people your friends and family, and some of them may become lifelong Avon customers, or maybe they already are and they love that you're selling it. But some of them are only going to buy from you because it's you and they just want to help you out. So you can't build your business big on the people you already know. You're always having to look for new people. So that's the prospecting for new customers and recruits. Number 2, get a brochure to everybody. Everybody that is on your list needs to get a brochure every campaign. If you don't get a brochure to them, you already know they're not going to have an order because they haven't seen anything, right? And number 3, follow up with every customer you gave a brochure to. And that is like, every single one of these things is so important, but that's like so really important because everybody's busy and they'll take the brochure if they have a paper book and they'll maybe mark the pages up or they'll fold them over or whatever. They'll see all the stuff that they want, but they couldn't call you right then. And so they put the book down. And if you don't follow up, that order is pretty much gone. If you don't follow up and say, hey, just a quick reminder, my order's going in on Wednesdays or anything you need. And half the time they're going to say, oh my gosh, I already marked up the book. Hold on, let me get it for you. And if you're doing digital, you need to it's 2 steps. You need to get a brochure to everybody, every campaign digitally. You'll text it to them or email or however you're doing it. But you also are still going to need to do a follow-up like 3 days before the campaign ends. Just a reminder, campaign 23 is ending this Tuesday, because again, they might have looked at the book or maybe they didn't even look at it. Maybe they were busy because the text one is even more likely that they just didn't even look at it. So that follow-up reminder is just a reminder that, oh, I better look and see what's on sale right now, see what I need, right? And then number 4, take the order, submit it to Avon, deliver to your customer, or send them to your online store to place their order and Avon will deliver. And then just rinse and repeat. And that's all you do. You prospect for new customers, you get a brochure in their hands, you follow up, and then you take their order. And it's just that over and over and over again. So when I say it's simple, I don't mean easy. Simple means it's just those 4 steps. It's actually pretty easy to do, but it's not easy because the hard part is you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your motivation. You have to make sure you're doing the work. You have to make sure that you're putting the effort in to get the desired results, right? And that's what the Daily 8 system is about. So if I click on this, it will open a PDF. And so I was just right here, the Daily 8 system, print this sheet, or right here, click to download the Daily 8 plan, okay? And it's about, I don't know, 6, 8, 9 pages, but really the second page is the one that has all the points. So you'll just type the week, or you'll write in the week of whatever week, like Sunday's date or Monday's date or whatever, and then days of the week. It's up to you what days you want to work. So you could maybe work Monday through Friday. You could work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's totally up to you what days you want to work. And then you're going to give yourself points for doing all these things. So prospecting for customers, giving out a paper brochure or getting a digital brochure to people, 1 point for every 3 names you get. Prospecting for team members, 1 point for every 3 names you get. So if you're out and about and you've got 12 names, that's 4 points. Sarah says, I sent a reminder yesterday and got 4 orders. See how cool that is? That is, and you probably likely wouldn't have gotten those orders if you hadn't sent that reminder. Great job, Sarah. Awesome. It's huge, you guys. It's really huge. I mean, I placed my orders on the first day of the campaign. I placed it on Wednesday. And so I sent out my reminder Monday morning and I say, please get me your orders by tomorrow, Tuesday, if you want anything. And when I sent out that text, I might have $50 or $100 in orders. And once I send out that text, then it goes crazy and I get texts back and phone calls and emails. And by the time I place my order on Wednesday, most of the time I'm up to $600 to $1,000 to $1,500. So it really, really makes a difference. That follow-up is huge. And so this first follow-up here is follow up with potential customers and recruits 2 to 3 days after meeting them. That just means you're going to quickly text somebody and say, hey, I met you at Walmart a couple of days ago. I was just checking back to see if there's anything I can help you with, right? And of course, you're going to put them on your follow-up, your normal follow-up. So now you've given them a brochure. And so you're going to put them on your normal follow-up. So they'll get a brochure every campaign. They'll get a follow-up every campaign and all of that. That's like so critical. And let's just say you're doing a digital, okay? So you're in Walmart and you're looking at something in the aisle. You're looking at yarn or something, and there's another lady standing next to you and she's looking at yarn, and maybe you make a comment to her about the yarn and you kind of get a conversation started or something. Or maybe you have an Avon brochure in your cart or sticking out of your bag or whatever, but somehow you get a conversation going. And then you could say something, if you're doing digital, you could say something like, hey, have you seen Avon's new digital brochure? It's really cool. It's all on your phone. You could look at it on your phone and it's really cool. If you like, I could text it to you and you get their contact information, and right then and there you text it to them. And of course, you're still going to follow up 2 or 3 days later. Hey, remember I met you in Walmart. Was there anything I can help you with? Right? And then again, you're going to get another follow-up with them again before you place your order or before the end of the campaign, depending on whether you're putting them on your, like if you're putting them on your, I have 2 lists. I have one that's for my customers that call me with orders and I deliver them. So that's my customer list. And then I have a book text list, and that's the people who I text the book to, and I expect that they'll order online. So, but either way, you still got to do that follow-up, right? So then, you'll get points for all these things. So we talk about this every week. The top part of this, prospecting, follow up, get a brochure to everybody, follow up, place your order with Avon, sort and deliver your customer orders, even passive prospecting, putting brochures out door to door, or prospecting on social media, or having an event or a party or show, sign up a new representative. Those are all active ways that you're building your business. The very end ones like review leadership reports for opportunities for recognition or coaching, business training on Avon U or on Online Beauty Biz or other. Avon has, on their Facebook page and in the Facebook group, Avon has all kinds of trainings. And then personal development. Those are really important to your business too, but they're not income producing activities. So they should not be the center stage of your focus when you're working on getting points. You do those during the times when you can't actively be prospecting. So I hope that helps with that. And then once every week now we have you can log your weekly numbers, and I send out an email saying, hey, it's time to log your numbers, and you can go in here and you can log them, just your name, your email, what campaign we're in, how many points did you earn, and what did you do really good this week, and what did you not do so good, and any tips that you found, just stuff like that. Fill that out, and if you do that, I will recognize you because I can't read your mind, and that's why I have the form. And a lot of you aren't on my team. Some of you are, but I can't read your mind, and so that's why I have the form. And then that way I will recognize you because I'm here to support you, right? And then be sure to join our Online Beauty Biz Facebook group. And I think most of you are in there already, but if you're not, make sure you join it. This one, Online Beauty Biz, has a picture of our car up at the top. Okay? So today we're going to talk about being confident in your Avon business and not being afraid to ask for the sale. So many people, and I mean, I was there too. I mean, it's kind of natural for all of us. We're all like, well, we're maybe unsure, or we don't know if they'll be interested in Avon, and so we're like hesitant to offer a brochure to somebody. Or what I especially hear from people is they're afraid to follow up because they think that they're afraid that the people they're following up with will think they're pushy, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. That's what's going to grow your business. And there's lots of ways you can do it, and there's lots of ways you can promote your business, but just know that you are in business and you're going to be out there and you're going to be confident talking to people, right? Like here, okay, it says, in order to make a profit, you need to sell products and invite others to join your Avon team. But is it enough to just put your Avon website out there and hope people will make a purchase? And the answer to that is no. I call that wishful marketing because it simply doesn't work. It's very passive, and you might pick up some people, but you're not gonna really grow. So you need to be more proactive. You need to find people in your target market. You need to form relationships with them, introduce them to your business, and then ask for the sale. So if you're in any kind of business, whatever business you're in, you need to, people are going to say no to you, right? I mean, even a grocery store. Let's just, for example, I don't know, say Smith's. In Utah, we have Smith's, food and drug. It's a grocery store. We have Smith's, and maybe there's a Safeway a block down the street, or I don't know, some other
There's
store.
Harmon's.
Okay, so if somebody drives by Smith's and they don't pull in and they keep going to Harmon's, they just said no to Smith's. Does that make sense? They said no to Smith's and they said yes to Harmon's. And it could be the other way around. If they're coming and they pass by Harmon's and they don't stop, and then they go to Smith's and they stop there, then they said no to Harmon's and they said yes to Smith's. Smith's isn't going to go cry because their customer said no to them because they drove by. Right? They're not going to go running to Harmon's and say, please come back to my store. They don't do that because they know that they are putting enough feelers out there and enough marketing and enough. They do all kinds of things. The grocery stores do all kinds of advertising. You get your weekly circulars with all the products that are on sale. They have things like they have social media too, and they have email lists, and they do all of these things to get the word out to you, what they have, why they want you to come and shop with them. But it's the same thing with you. You gotta go out there, and you're gonna get some no's, and you're gonna get some people, and no doesn't mean no always. It most of the time it means not now. So they pass by Smith's because they're going to Harmon's, and they just happen to know that Harmon's has what they want. They saw it there last time, right? It doesn't mean they're never going to go to Smith's again. It just means they went to Harmon's. And if they go to Harmon's and Harmon's doesn't have what they want, guess what? They're probably going to come back to Smith's. But it's the same thing with us. You know, all you can do is put the word out, promote your business, show what you have to offer, and don't be afraid to show. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Don't be afraid to show what you have to offer. And even when you're showing what you have to offer, it might be, what do you have to offer compared to other representatives? Because there's a lot of Avon reps out there, and we all are unique in our own way. And so I don't mean to say, oh, don't trust Richard over there because he's not a good rep, buy from me, or for me to go try to steal a customer from Richard. I'm not talking about that at all. But instead, what you can do is you can just say, I take care of my customers. When you place an order with me, you'll know pretty much that when you place that order, you'll know exactly how much it's going to cost and when it will be delivered. And I am true to that. And that all by itself is huge, because I can't tell you how many times that I pick up a new customer, because we go out and we do events. We're starting to do them again now, even COVID. We are doing them in careful situations, but we're doing events, and we'll meet somebody and they'll go, Avon, I haven't seen Avon in years. And I'll go, oh, well, we're here. We're still here. Look at all the products we have. And you're going to love the new Avon, because we have a lot of new products, a lot of more natural and good for the environment products. And then they'll say something like, God, my old Avon rep just disappeared. Or I would place an order and I wouldn't hear from her for weeks. And so by you just being really good at what you're doing and offering that stellar customer service, you're going to stand out among other representatives. So Karen says, I love that analogy. Yeah, well, it's true, though. It really is. So don't be afraid to ask. There's a popular thought in the sales community and in any business that you need to hear 100 no's before you hear a yes. It's not necessarily 100 no's. I mean, what I teach is I say, write 100 no's on a piece of paper, and cross them off as you ask people if they would like a brochure. Cross off the no's, and I bet you can't get to 100 before somebody says yes. And then it becomes a game. It becomes how many do I have to go through before I find that yes, right? Because you can't take it personal. If they don't want it today, that doesn't mean they won't want it tomorrow. It doesn't mean that they don't ever want it, but it could. You know what? Maybe they're a diehard, I don't know, Jafra or Mary Kay or whoever our competitors are. Maybe they're diehard lover of the other product and they don't want anything to do with Avon, and they're thumbing their nose up at you. Okay, great. I would rather know that, so I'm not wasting my time on them, because there's a zillion other people out there who do want Avon. So that was really easy for me to say, okay, great, next, and go and move on. And I don't have to waste my time with someone who's not ever going to buy from me. So if they say no, thank them. Because if they say no, they're being honest. I'd much rather have a definite no than a long, drawn out yes that actually is a no, because they're just afraid to hurt your feelings, right? Because it doesn't help anybody. They're trying not to hurt your feelings, but really they're making it worse by not being honest, right? So okay, so Avon isn't for everyone. It does appeal. Maybe it does appeal to someone, but they don't have the money right now. And so if they say no, that doesn't. If you're not having a hard time getting orders, that doesn't mean that your Avon business or you is awful. It just means that you haven't found the right people yet. And Avon, we have something for everyone. We have quality products at value pricing, and we have something for everyone. I'm looking, we got Sarah says, I love your writing no on paper trick. Yeah, it's a great way, actually. In fact, I think in my online beauty biz, if you search for that, 100 no's, I think I actually have a paper you can print off and you can cross them off. But the more no's you get, the easier it is to hear it too. The more that you take the pressure off of that no, because it doesn't matter. If I meet Richard in the store and I'm asking him, would you like an Avon brochure? And he says no, the truth of the matter is it's not important to me whether Richard buys or whether the person next in line after him buys. What's important is that I get some sales, right? So it's not him and it's not the lady next to him, and it might not be any of the people in that line, but I'm going to ask them all, because I'm looking for the ones who do want it. So when you're being confident, here's some things that you can do. So like create an introductory post on Facebook, on your personal profile and your business page, and give like a short summary of your new business and what you have to offer. So, you can say, for those of you that are new, you can say, hey, I just launched my new Avon business. I'm really excited because I was surprised at how many new items Avon has. I mean, we have all kinds of things that are good, healthy for the environment, and more natural. And let me know if I can get you a brochure, right? But in your mind, when you're writing this, you need to expect that people are going to want it, because whatever's in your mind, even though you're not saying that when you're writing it, it comes through. It's energy, and it comes through. And people, if you expect that people will message you or whatever, they will, right? So, but also be really clear on who your target market is, and specifically talk to those people. Obviously, Avon is typically more for women. um, I think in general, the most of our customers are older women rather than younger women. Um, but you're going to have people that are all ages, all genders, all sizes that are going to love Avon. But I suggest you create a meme in your mind of who your perfect customer is. If you're young, you might want to be marketing to somebody more like you, right? Somebody who's young. Or if you're a mom and you have kids, market to somebody who's a mom with kids. I guarantee you, you're still going to reach the other people. But if you're talking specifically to one person in your mind, put a picture of that person in your mind. Who are they? Do they have kids? How old are they? Are they, I assume, a woman? Could be a man. I don't know. You could target men if that's what you wanted. But figure out who you're targeting, and when you write your posts, write them to that. Or at times you might write different kinds of posts, like you might target, like for me, I'm a grandma, I'm over 60, so I'm going to be targeting those people. My blog and my Pinterest are like over 60, right? And I'm marketing to people who maybe are looking for skincare concerns like wrinkles and lines and sagging and all of the things that older women like. I mean, not like, but are looking for answers for. And but you could be writing your post to be targeting a young girl who's in her 20s, who has beautiful skin, but she wants to keep it that way. Or maybe someone who has acne, or whatever it is. So kind of get clear on who you're marketing to. And so when you make those Facebook posts and you do your marketing, you're talking to that specific person. Trust me, you will get all different kinds. But if you're too broad when you make those posts, you won't attract anybody. So you're better off focusing on something narrow. So Karen says, I asked 3 women sitting in the auto place waiting room while waiting for a tire. 2 said no, but the third gave me a $94 order. Oh, Karen, can you believe that? 2 said no. Actually, so what if they said no, right? You got a $94 order. Was it not worth it for you to do that? Way to go, Karen. I love it. And I already know that you don't need me to tell you all this. You already know this. But that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, because there's so many other people here who would ask the first one and they would get a no, and they would ask the second one and get a no, and they would give up. And you went to the third one. And I think that's amazing. That's awesome. So that's a great story about why you need to keep asking, right? And Sarah says, I've been having fun teaching the 30 to 40-year-olds on skincare. Found that my target market success. Mm-hmm. See, so Sarah has a target market. She's looking at 30 to 40-year-olds. And when she writes her blog posts and she's writing Facebook posts and she's Instagram or whatever, you should be targeting whatever product you're doing to that 30 to 40-year-old. I mean, there are times when maybe the product is for acne or it's for somebody younger, then maybe that post might be written to somebody younger. But I would say focus on a target market. You'll go a lot farther with it. So thanks for sharing that, Sarah. So okay, so then the next one, get clear, create a Facebook Live series where maybe you answer frequently asked questions as they relate specifically to Avon products. So you could do Facebook Lives on topics like skincare or how to apply makeup. Or, a couple of my team members do Facebook Lives every campaign, actually every week, some of them. They highlight certain products that campaign, and they'll say, if you share and like and comment on my live, I will put you in a drawing. And then each week they draw the names of the people from the week before. And that's a great way to get more interaction going on your posts. And hey, if I know some of you are terrified of doing Facebook Lives, get over it. But if you really are, you could do videos, you could share videos, or you could create videos that don't have you in them, and talk about like how to do skincare. Or Avon has videos on their YouTube channel and in Facebook about how to do makeup a certain way, like how to do a fall look or whatever. You could share those kinds of things on your page and maybe talk a little bit about, well, look at this, watch this video to see how this lady's making whatever her name is making this fall look. And I think it's something you would love, right? I wanted to share that with you because I think you would love that. But get creative, get personal. Make sure you're targeting to certain group, right, or a certain person, and just keep going. And then when the time is right, ask for the sale. So your customers are going to purchase from you when they know, like, and trust you. If you come on too strong with sales talk or pestering them, you'll be more like a used car salesman. One of the things that I notice a lot with new people, especially, is they sign up and then they plaster it all over their Facebook page. I mean, just plaster it, and that's all that their people who are their friends on Facebook see. And you know what happens? A lot of times your friends will unfollow you, and you'll never know it, because if they unfriend you, you'll probably figure that out. But there's actually a button they can click on that says unfollow or mute this person for 30 days, and you will never know they did it, but they're not seeing your posts. And so you don't want, it's a give and take relationship, and your Facebook is about all of you, right? Because you're showing them who you are, what kind of a person you are, what your family, if you have kids, you might be talking about your kids. And your Avon business is just part of that. So make it just part of your normal stuff that you're posting on Facebook. Don't plaster it everywhere, and don't slam it people between the eyes with it, right? It's you're building a sales funnel. You're building like a funnel, like those funnels, like you pour batter in to make pancakes. Well, you're pouring people in. You're from all different areas. You're trying to get people into that funnel, and they're coming out the bottom when they're ready. And that's really what it is. So your key is to get them in the funnel, not necessarily to try to force somebody to buy from you or whatever. So how does a person with limited vision does makeup? There you go, Anitra. Now I know what your next Facebook Live is going to be. You're going to do a Facebook Live on how to do makeup if you have limited vision. How perfect is that, Anitra? You have a target market. There are so many people that have vision problems that you could talk to. You have personal experience with that. So there you go. That's a great one. Sarah says, I made a mistake plastering ads on my profile. Mm-hmm. Now all my memories are ads. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. And I mean, we all do it. And there are times when I post a whole lot more. And sometimes I feel like I post too much, but I try to find a balance. I do a lot of motivational quotes and stuff. I don't have kids at home, so and I work from home, and I'm not leaving the house because of COVID, and so I don't have a whole lot of things to talk about. But you've got your life. I mean, Anitra has her kids, and they're going to school, and Anitra has that whole vision thing, and she has her friends that on Facebook that are also visually impaired. And you have so much to offer, Anitra, because you can talk to them about what products to use and how to use it and how to do your makeup and all of that. And and Sarah, you made that mistake, but but you've learned, obviously, right? And Anitra says, my first one will probably be more introduction and getting to know people. Okay. So what are you waiting for? Okay, and then how do you ask for the sale? So here's some thoughts. Include the calls to action. So at the end of every blog post and in your social media posts, invite your prospects to take the next logical step with you. So if you were going to do a video on how to do makeup if you're visually impaired, you would do your live, or you would create a video, or however you wanted to do it. But then in your post, you would say, here's a link to these products if you're interested, right? get your products here if you're interested. If you're doing email marketing, don't be afraid to tell your readers about new products and sales. Never assume someone knows what you're up to. So be proactive and proud of all of your accomplishments and shout it from the rooftops. So if you don't have your own email list and you're just putting people in your Avon Now contacts, Avon is doing that for you. So that's one thing you can just kind of cross off your list. Um, Eventually, you'll want to get your own email list too, but for right now, Avon does a great job of launching new products and letting them know about incentives. Avon has a sweepstakes on your online store that you can tell people they can join that sweepstakes. So you want to give a call to action. Check this out. Right now there's all these products. You could win $386 worth of products um, from Avon if you enter our current sweepstakes and give them a link to your online store. So like if I go to my online store, we go to my online store. Now, I don't know if it's going to be there for you, but I have mine right here. This is a sweepstakes, and I, a long time ago, set it up that way. This is part of what you can customize in your store, but this is my online sweepstakes, and I know there's probably other ways to get to it. Is it featured offers, maybe? You'll have to find out. Oh, there you go, right there. Under featured offers is your sweepstakes. So if you were to click on that, now you have up here up at the very top in your URL, in the web address at the top, it says www.avon.com/sweepstakes/love-your-skin ? Rep equals Lynn Huber. So yours will say rep equals whatever your online code is. So you click on that, you copy that, and then you can paste that into a Facebook post. So you can say, hey, Avon's having a sweepstakes. You could win $386 worth of products. And here it talks about what those products are. And you can enter here and you can give them a link, right? So that's what I'm saying here. And good call to actions. Invite them to take the next logical step. If you're doing a one-on-one consultation, or if you're talking to somebody, or if you're chatting with somebody in a Facebook message or whatever, always ask if they're ready to go to the next step. So you don't have to say, will you buy from me? You can, you're answering their questions. Maybe they're asking you about, I don't know, clinical eye lift, and you're explaining to them how that works. Then your next step can be something like, can I get that ordered for you? Or can I show you how to order it if you want them to order it themselves online, right? But get them to that next step, just say, hey, let me show you how to get that. Or can I order it for you? And can I take your order, right? And then if you've given them a brochure to look at, make sure to get their contact information so you can follow up with them before you place your next order. Critical. Even if you're just giving them a text brochure or a brochure with your website on it and you want them to order online, you still need to follow up. And even if it's just to say, either my order's going in, or hey, that brochure I gave you the other day, it's good through Tuesday. So I just wanted to remind you that you might want to order by Tuesday if there's anything you want. Right? If there's anything you want, you don't have to say, place your order, get your order in, you owe me. It's not like that. It's less pressure, just you giving them information, because maybe they might not be happy if you didn't tell them that it ends on Tuesday, you didn't remind them, and then on Wednesday they go in and the price is higher, right? You didn't do them a service, because now they're looking at it and they're, oh crap, the price is higher. And so if you just tell them, hey, just a reminder, this campaign ends on Tuesday, the last day, or actually Monday is the last day online of the campaign. And on Tuesday, you'll still be able to get it, but you might not be able to get the same price. So just letting you know, right? And then don't forget to ask them if they'd be interested in making extra money with Avon. You never know when someone might be interested. Many times they don't know that you can help them unless you tell them you can. Sometimes people on the street who have never been in direct sales or never been in Avon or any other company, they don't know that you can sign them up. They don't know that you can help them make money. And so it's just a matter of asking them, hey, would you be interested in making it? I mean, if they're talking about, that they got unemployed or COVID's really hurting them financially, just say, would an extra $3,000 help you? Because I can show you how you can make an extra $3,000 in your first couple of months with Avon. And it's not like you're pressuring them. You're just trying to help them. You're being helpful, right? And if somebody's on the fence or they're not ready to make a purchase, now is when you nurture the relationship. So you don't push them, you nurture that relationship. So when they are ready, they're going to remember you and you're going to stay in contact with them. If it's someone you gave a book to, you're going to make sure you keep giving them a book every campaign and a follow up every campaign, because at some point they will be interested. They said they wanted it, so they were interested in it to begin with. And maybe they're just broke right now. Maybe they're, who knows, they've got a lot going on or whatever. So you just keep giving them brochures and you keep following up. And I'm not talking about every day or bugging them. I'm talking about they get a brochure one day, 2 weeks later, they're getting a follow up from you, right? Saying, hey, just a reminder that brochure's ending. Is there anything I can get for you or whatever? So at the end of the day, if you listen to what your audience needs, there's no harm in making the offer and asking for the sale. And if they say no, just move on and continue to nurture that relationship. Don't drop them like a hot potato. I mean, unless it's somebody you meet in the grocery store and you're never going to see them again, then don't worry about it. But if it's somebody you know, then continue to nurture that relationship. But you move on because you don't want to have that attachment to that one person. There's plenty more out there that want to do business with you. Hi, Sherry. You're late, but you're here. You're probably going to have to watch the replay because I'm just wrapping up. But thank you for being here. Do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, well, on the products now, the best lines we have going for us now in the fourth quarter is tell the customers, say, hey, a lot of the holiday products are selling out quick. You want to make sure you get your order in, as soon as possible to ensure that you get that gift for the family member. Or you can even say, how would you like to have your Christmas paid for by selling Avon? You can sign up for free today.
Yeah. A lot of reps are doing pre-orders too. They're saying, these are the things that are coming in the next couple of campaigns, our holiday items, and our holiday items sell out really quick. So I'm taking pre-orders. So, don't miss out. You need to let your customer know that because they're going to be really disappointed if they can't get it. And we all know how quickly some of these products sell out. The clothing sells out quick. The candles sell out quick. All of the Christmas stuff is going to sell out quick. So that's just really critical. So that's what I have for you guys. If we go back to my homepage, this one here, don't be afraid to show your personality on Facebook. You'll want to read through this because this is kind of about what you're talking about other than Avon. So this talks about, you're a whole person. You're not just an Avon rep. You're a mom, you're a grandma, you're a wife, you're, I don't know, a teacher, you work in your job, whatever it is, you're all these things. And so you want to share parts of your life. You want to share your humor. You want to maybe talk about your weekend plans or share your lunchtime view. I mean, if you have somewhere, or even if you're stuck inside during bad weather, you can start a conversation like, oh, take a picture of, oh, look, it's pouring out there. I'm sitting here eating my sandwich under the roof, right? Or whatever. Talk about your hobbies. So this kind of gives you some ideas about other things you can talk about too. And so that's don't be afraid to show your personality on Facebook. So these right now just happen to be the first 2 posts because they're the ones that I last created. And again, we have all the ones on the right hand side. We have categories you can search. So don't be afraid to, especially online on Facebook, don't be afraid to let your personality show. Ask for the sale when you're making a post, and don't put a link on every post that you do. Don't put a link, like, this is my granddaughter playing. Oh, by the way, buy from me, right? Don't do that. But when it's appropriate, so like, okay, if you're Anitra and you're saying, hey, here's some tips. Here's a video on some tips about how to do your makeup if you are having a hard time seeing, then if you're interested in these products, you can get them here at this link. It's appropriate because it's what you're talking about. Does that make sense? So, it's not, oh, look at my cute daughter, and by the way, buy from me. So, and even if you're posting maybe informational posts about Avon, I wouldn't necessarily put a link on every single one of them, but I would put it where it's appropriate as much as possible because you do need to ask for the sale. Always ask for the sale. So Chris said I will watch the replay on YouTube later. Just popped in to say hi. Hi, Chris. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just wrapping up. So, but thanks for being here. So I am going to take that. There we go. We're back. Okay, so let's see if there's anything. I don't have any more comments. So I want to thank you guys for being here. We're going into the holidays, so now's the time. Get more brochures. Get the brochures out into more hands. Get more people. Prospect. Get more people, because the more people you're talking to, the better your holidays is going to be. And it's like 30 to 40% of our entire year sales are during October, November, December.
Make sure you're ordering your books 2 campaigns ahead to ensure that you have brochures.
2 campaigns ahead, you guys. That's really important. So right now we're in campaign 23. You should be ordering your campaign 25 brochures. Okay. If you don't have 24, then buy both. Buy 24 and 25. But the longer you wait to get brochures, the less likely you're going to get them, because Avon runs out too. So that's what I have.
That's all.
Thank you for being here. Hope you have an amazing week. Anitra says, the only way the picture of my girls works is when Girl Scout cookies come into play. Yeah, that's true, huh? All right. So, hey, get out there, Richard. Karen loves your shirt.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
And you guys go vote. Make sure you vote.
Yes.
It's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be over. Just please vote. I don't care who you vote for. Just please vote. And we will see you next week. And we'll see you on Facebook in the meantime. Have an amazing week and have a good night.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.